Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to the 6th episode of Symphogear G. This one's titled A Miracle is a Cruel Thing. Interesting. So I guess they're saying there is always a repercussion to something, even if it is something so miraculous. I can see where they might be going with that. Like, not in the context of the show. I have no idea where they could be going with that one for the show, but I can see what kind of, like, idea they're trying to inform in. Just because something incredibly good happened doesn't mean it's always going to be good. It might be very good in the moment, but there might be repercussions long term. Something like that, I guess, is where they're going with that sort of title. Who they're attributing that to, I don't know. I mean, they could be attributing it to Hibiki. They could be attributing? Wow, my brain. Attributing that to that could apply to Chris if they wanted it to. It could apply to it could apply to every character. I mean, you can find a way for it to apply to every character. But last time out, there is way more what's the word? Unstable than the rest of the people here. Like, he has absolutely no qualms with killing anyone who could possibly get in his way. And it's starting to show a bit of a divide between the members of FIS. Because realistically, I mentioned this last time, Shirabe and Kirika are loyal to Maria. For what particular reason, we don't know yet. We haven't really gone into their backstory with Maria so much. We just know that they really like Maria and are very attached to her. Possibly because she maybe saved them from noise, I don't know. Or saved them from whatever circumstance they were in to help them become, like, into the Institute. I don't know what their backstory is just yet. But they are very loyal to her, and are primarily concerned with her, not Fine. And particularly don't want Fine to take her over. Like, they're, in theory, anti-Fine, even if her organization is all working for that end. It's kind of interesting. And then Mum is, well, she's doing what's necessary, but she doesn't seem to overly agree with that at all times, or it'll be, like, completely, like, siding with her as, like, yes, Ver, kill them all. She's not like that. She's just like, let Ver do his thing, it'll all work out, kind of mentality. Ver very much is, like, the crazy one in this entire group. He's the mad scientist, essentially. Kind of fits. But yeah, we see a bit of that divide, you know? And they almost managed to get Chris's pendant, Shirabe and Kirika, but they had to be recalled before they could manage it. Right as the trio were actually questioning, you enjoy singing so much, why fight? Which is, I mean, I feel like that's going to be a recurring theme through a lot of the enemies we fight, is like, why do we have to fight? I mean, that is basically Hibiki's like, why fight? Let's talk. Like, that's her whole shtick, right? Which is somewhat naive, but it also works, so can't blame her for continuing to use it, right? But what else did we... Oh yeah, we also got the full flashback of Maria. So the very first episode, when we had the black and white, Jesus Christ, it's bad today. Black and white flashback to previous events. We now know that was Maria's sister Serena, who had used Superb Song to stop Nephilim, essentially. Although considering... I guess it did work enough, but it wasn't enough to save her life, and the building came down on her. So she gave her life to protect the prototype and protect Maria as well, as she had to watch. I don't think... Shirabe and Kirika weren't there at that moment, were they? I'm trying to think back. I can't remember if they were there. But anyway, as the... They kind of arranged a duel, Shirabe and Kirika and our trio, to meet up. But however, where we ended up was the old... whatchamacallit? What's the name of the structure? Kaningir, there we go. Which apparently people aren't guarding. I know it's destroyed, but I still feel like it's kind of significant enough that you'd keep an eye on it. A little more than that. I mean, they could... they can't repair that. but they could probably utilize something out of it. Maybe there might be, who knows if there's relic fragments involved in its construction. You never know. So I feel like you need to be a bit more careful about something like that if you don't fully understand what it is, which we don't fully understand what it is. We just destroyed it before it could achieve its goal, or fully achieve its goal, or almost achieve its goal. But then we had Ver show up instead. Crazy scientist Ver, sending Nephilim out to attack us, as well as Noise. And he manages to get to Hibiki just slightly, again, with the whole idea of, like, the hypocrite side of her, potentially, which I don't think is true at all. But it's clear that she has some doubts in her own mind about that, but she normally just blocks them out, and when people bring it up, she definitely reacts to it, and it actually costs her arm, apparently, because Nephilim has torn off her arm. Now, I said at the time that, in theory, that shouldn't power Nephilim up, because it's like, because of how Symphogears work, but in theory, I suppose it makes more sense that it would have something to do with it, because when Hibiki took the powers of Gungnir, as it was embedded in her chest, and Kanade's Symphogear was destroyed, was it actually the necklace that was shattered and fragments spent out, or was it the general Symphogear, like, armors and stuff, and the weaponry that went? Because if it was the weaponry and stuff, that makes more sense, because it's a very, very, very low chance of that necklace shattering and those fragments being embedded, so it makes more sense that any of the Symphogear armor would have that effect. Why it would persist after, because Symphogear armor will disperse after it's been exhausted, but I guess, I don't know where the specific science of that necessarily works in, but Nephilim in theory could be powered up by that. I don't know how significant a power up it would be based on just eating Symphogear armor, but what I am expecting is Berserk mode. Like, absolute Berserk mode from Hibiki at this point. I mean, I think you have to avoid death anyway. I feel like Berserk mode is going to prolong you anyway. I don't know if it has healing properties. I don't remember Season 1 having healing properties. But it's clear Berserk mode has to come out. Like, that's the only way you get out of this, really, I think. And from there, I don't know where we go. I don't know where we go from there. I don't know if we're going to be able to deal with Ver, if he's just going to run away. But the moon's coming back down, and Nephilim's going to be used to get us to the frontier, which will save us, but won't save the rest of people on Earth. So we destroy the moon, which is what we want as part of Fine's goals to, like, the language barrier thing and everything from Season 1. So moon destroyed, fantastic. But there won't be an Earth to necessarily inhabit. So I don't know what their plan is necessarily there. I thought they would just use Nephilim to, like, consume the moon and destroy the moon in that regard. But no, that's not the plan. They're going to use Nephilim to get to the frontier, which I don't know if they're just going to start doing more interplanetary stuff. I mean, we're already messing with one celestial body. What's another one, right? But I don't know what the frontier could possibly be referring to. I think space, because it's like space the final frontier. But I don't quite know what other frontier they could be. Unless they're going to, like, the realm of the gods? If that's a thing? Like, I mean, they always said, like, Fine wants to meet God, right? Like, at the very base level. I know it's a bit more complicated than that. But Fine is trying to get to God. So maybe the frontier is the barrier in which you need to progress to meet God, and that's why, like, the frontier is the barrier that God's put up so that he cannot be contacted, and maybe that's where they're going with it. That's the only thing I can think of, other than maybe going to another celestial body, but I don't think they're going to start doing multiple Earths or multiple realities or multiple planets type thing. I feel like that's a bit too far to go in your second season, maybe, but who knows if this might even carry on to the third season. So anyway, was there anything else I need to talk about for this episode? You guys have been giving me some good information on, like, some of the songs and stuff. So, like, the two VAs for Shirame and Kirika both sung Auto Beat, the song that they sung together for that episode, for their auditions to to be as part of it. So it's kind of like a reference to that, which is a nice little touch. Other than that, I think there was nothing more I wanted to say. I think I covered everything I wanted. Um, hmm. No, I think that was everything I needed to talk about from last week. Probably. Um, I've talked about this. I talked about them two. Talked about the flashback and Can Gear, the moon falling. Yeah, I've covered everything. Okay, cool. Just making sure because there's a lot to this series, but I want to make sure I cover all of it properly. So, as per usual, these are time-based format reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture in picture, go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture and picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as Symphogear G here. We also have Local Horizon Season 2 coming up tomorrow, as well as World Trigger on Wednesdays. There wasn't any episodes this week due to real-life work kicking up a little bit. So I'll try and make it up for you in the seasonal gap, or at some other point I'll try and get some extra episodes in as well, so that we can be ready for Season 3 in October, which we should still be on good pace for, even with me taking a 2-episode pause. Should still be good to get ready for Season 3. We also have movie reactions available on the channel, with Kiki's Delivery Service being voted on for this month's movie. We'll be doing that on a Monday or Saturday sometime in the coming weeks, so look forward to that one as well. But here on YouTube, we do timer-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a timer for the episode. I count down 3 to 1 play. Now on play, site episode, I site episode, and we should be in sync. Watch this one on Anime Pahi, since they have the D-Truck sub version, so let me just double check that I am absolutely on that version. Yes, I am. That's the only version available on here, thank God. Just make sure I'm on 1080p anyway. And make sure we're at the start. So, yeah. No intros or anything, but you can use Stream Flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell once the intro transition. That should help you sync it up. And the reason why we're using Anime Party as opposed to like something like Crunchyroll, which is available on Crunchyroll, is just because of the subs. I've been recommended fan subs, so we're doing fan subs for Season 2. And hopefully for all seasons, although apparently Season 5 might not have fan subs yet. Or at least not D-Truck versions, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, though. So, yeah, with all that said, lengthy intro. Jesus, lengthy intro. This show has lengthy intros and outros. I'm sorry, alright? Here we go in 3, 2, 1, play. Alright, we gotta lose an arm again. Anger by arm. Gotta love the sounds. Yep. Oh boy. And into OP? Into OP, okay. Alright, she's reaching for Fine there, I'm fairly certain now. Trying to reconnect that understanding they seem to have in the first one. Which either means Fine doesn't remember it, is intentionally not remembering it, I don't know. I'm sure there will be the Fine confrontation eventually. Alright. Oh boy. Here we go. Miracles are a cruel legacy. Interesting. Okay. Slightly different title. I take Wikipedia's titles, so. I'm guessing that's gonna be benefit. Yeah. That's one way to get fragments. Yeah. 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 Well. You can really tell the division right now. Oh boy. Oh boy. What do you do? Oh boy. Right. Sure. Eat to gain power. Makes sense. Oh boy. Lift the frontier into the skies. Huh. Here comes Berserk mode, though. Here comes Berserk mode. Oh boy. This music. Holy shit. I love the new look. I love it. Observation records, okay. Oh shit. Regrowing the arm? We can regrow the arm. Maybe. Or we just... Yes, there we go. Might as well be. I mean, it's an armed gear, right? The amount of arm puns that probably came out when this episode released, I swear. Oh. God, he's off the deep end crazy. Oh. Oh. Noise ain't gonna do shit right now. Oh, hello. The running on all fours. This is so brutal, I love it. Holy shit. Holy shit, we just ripped its heart out. That's fucking badass as shit. He's... Yeah, he's long gone. Are we just throwing it away? Oh shit, we actually got an armed gear. Oh. Oh. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Not doing so well. The question is, can she have that arm back once she comes out of Berserk mode? It's restrainer enough. I disagree. But of course, Ver just gets to get away, unfortunately. Holy shit. Okay. She's back. The healing worked. But she's out. That's some real power. Jesus fuck. Holy shit. This show, man. Oh god. She's really not doing well. Are we really going to trust him on this right now? I mean, we don't have any other option, right? And getting Hibiki back. How's she doing? Physically, she looks fine. Whether her mind's in control or not, I don't know. This again? What? Really? Huh? Okay. So she's being bullied for surviving the Zweiwing concert. Jesus Christ. That's horrendous. Jesus Christ. Kids are fucking mean. Kids are fucking mean. But this explains this, okay. She awake? She's awake, okay. Thank you, Miku. It is not. It's interesting. Uh, yes. Uh, I mean, does she have any memory of losing her arm, I wonder? Hmm. Serious damage? That's world ending. Hmm. Oh, Russian space station? Wonder if any of all that's going to be relevant. Okay. Oh, interesting. It's spreading further. It's advancing. Mm-hmm. Still a very cool attack. No question. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. But what's the time span on that? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. So you can't save everyone. She's not going to go along with that plan. And now she's got. Oh, I feel like we're reverting back to season one. She feels the responsibility to take it all on herself again as the only one who can. Mm, I feel like she's going to regress a little bit back to old self. And is playing the villain for this, yep, to push her away. Mm. Ugh. Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus, there. Jesus. He's gonna stumble upon something. There's the fucking heart. They just discarded it so casually and never went to get it. Oh, don't tell me. Is he gonna try and fuse it with himself or something stupid? No, he's just gonna have it. Oh, this song again, okay. Okay, what's with a little bit of now? Why do I feel like the apple is meant to be a metaphor for the moon in that song? Don't know why. Hmm. He's off. Probably going rogue at this point. Maybe trying to get to the rendezvous. I don't know. So they have some attachment to Mum as well. Flower? Is that one? Is that one shop that we saved someone from? Hmm. I mean, she is technically. Oh, I wonder who. Oh, hello. Okay. Jesus. Oh boy, she's gonna have to end up using it anyway, probably. The hell just happened? Oh, God damn it. He has gone rogue, basically. Hmm. You four need to back the fuck up. Oh shit. Then transforms. Okay, that's fucking dope as shit. A sign of the fusion. Fucking badass. God, the transitions from episode to ED are so well done in this season. And it's the perfect song for transitions as well. I think I prefer season 2's ED to season 1's. I still prefer season 1's OP though, even after all this time. half season with this one. Still prefer season 1 OP. We'll see what my favourite is after all 5 seasons, though. Good episode, very good episode. So how the hell does Ver get out of this one now? Surely that's it. Now he's done, right? And what more can he do here? Alright. God damn. Well, Berserk mode works. The healing was very, very rapid, although it seems to have accelerated her fusion with it. As well as just repeated use. Now, the fear that it will end up killing her, I don't think that's going to necessarily happen. Well, obviously, 5 seasons. But, even in the context of what could possibly happen, I don't think killing is the main worry. I think it's the idea that she would be inhuman. And I don't know if she necessarily would be... I guess it comes down to the question of how inhuman would be enough to classify as inhuman. It's like, how far can you go into being fused with a relic to the point where you are definitely not human, but where it actually has any impact on your life? Yeah, where's the limit there? Because she can still be a human, as she is currently, but how far would it go? Would she be at the complete whim of the relic? Would the relic have a mind of its own, necessarily? I'm kind of curious to see how far they can push that. Tsubasa has to play the villain, though, to stop Hibiki from using it, based on information that Chris doesn't know, hence why Chris is so, what the fuck are you doing? But I feel like Tsubasa might end up regressing back into Season 1 Tsubasa, where she felt like she had to do everything alone. At least she has Chris this time, so it's not going to be as bad. But she still feels the responsibility as the senior, and not having Hibiki to rely on, and things like that. Still don't know what the deal with Mum's, condition is. Still not quite sure what's going on with that. I'm sure that's going to be raised eventually. There is just... he's gone at this point. He's full gone crazy. He has the heart. He can't escape from Hibiki, right? I don't know how you'd get away from that. I really don't know. But with Hibiki activating, Tsubasa and Chris are obviously going to be cool to the scene because they can detect the noise and everything that's going on, so they'll be called. I wonder if Kiriko and Chirabe are going to be there as well, potentially. Now that they've seen the commotion, they'll probably end up being drawn there. I wonder how far that's going to end up going for this engagement. And also what's going to happen to the heart, because it's kind of important that sticks around, I suppose. So, and who ends up having it. Yeah, they said they'd bring the frontier... they'd raise the frontier. So, where was that line? Where was it? Was it when you got the heart again? Where was it? Where was the frontier line? I can't find it again. Someone give me a timestamp where that frontier line was again. Or just quote what that actually was. Because he sent, raise the frontier, right? Nephilim is the key to raising the frontier. What is the frontier that you would raise in that instance? Is it a shield, essentially? Like, are they planning to, like, raise a shield that the moon would crash into? Or, I don't know what they're on. I don't know what they want now. I don't know what they want. Unless they want or know the moon's going to hit a specific spot where they can raise the frontier to do something with it. It was very specific that they said raise the frontier. So it's something that can be... So it's either something that's underground already that they want to rise up to the surface, or... Because they said they're not opening a frontier, they're going to raise the frontier. I'm just hung up on that wording. So, I guess we'll see what that ends up meaning. The frontier is very intriguing. I'm very intrigued to see where they go with this. I'm glad we got a bit more backstory on Hibiki as to why she is the way it is. So, because she was the survivor of Zweiwing, one of few, if not only, survivors of Zweiwing, kids are kids. Like, I'm genuinely surprised they're that vicious about it. Like, seriously? Like, Jesus Christ. So I guess she has survivor's guilt by extension, right? Because survivor's guilt is a real thing. Like, what is the actual definition of survivor's guilt? Mental condition occurs when a person believes they have done something wrong by... Yeah, so it is survivor's guilt for her. She has done something wrong by surviving a traumatic or tragic event when others did not. It doesn't help that it's been bullied into her as well, obviously, and her family for that matter, which obviously is going to make it worse. But man, that's pretty fucking rough for her to deal with. Makes a lot more sense into the context of why she feels that way now. Makes a lot more sense. I'm glad they expanded upon that. I thought there might be a bit more to it, personally. But Survivor's Guilt actually ends up being... yeah. I think it ends up being better that it's something more simple like this. Like, it's very much along the same lines of the Miku Hibiki drama and reconciliation from the first season. It's really not as complicated as it seemed, and was relatively easy to resolve. I think that could be the similar said for Hibiki's Survivor's Guilt here. I'm sure that can be rectified pretty easily with the events of the series, so I'm not too concerned about that being too big a problem going forward. Maybe it'll be a consistent part of her character that she does worry about, but she'll no longer be so concerned about that she'll have to suffer with every decision she makes thinking about that one time. Maybe. I guess we'll see. But yeah, very good episode. Very good episode. Some good music. Nice to see Berserk mode, and I love the red outlines. It's just perfect. But yeah. Yeah. Very, very excited to see where this goes. We're only at halfway point of this series. And that's crazy to think, so... Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Spring 2021 lineup you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.